Hello everyone and welcome to another Emaths refresh lesson by Mr. Kenneth Tan. Now today I'm going to go through this topic on curve sketching in Emaths. Okay. Now for curve sketching in Emaths, this kind of question normally appears in paper 1. For this kind of question, there are normally two kinds of questions. The first kind is what we call the factorized format here, this one. Or sometimes they will ask you to complete the square and they will give it to you in the completed square format. Okay. Now, for both kinds of graph, the things that we need to find are mainly the same, but the order is slightly different. Okay, you will notice that if you compare both the types of graph, both graph requires you to first know the shape, the x and y intercepts, and obviously the turning point. Okay, so for this quadratic graph, there's a certain way that we do this in the following order. Right. So the first thing is when we look at this factorized form, so let's look at the first one, the factorized form first. The factorized form basically is already factorized for you. Can see? It's already factorized for you. So the first thing you take a look is what is the coefficient of the x squared, right? So in this case, the coefficient is positive. So therefore, it is a U shape. Next, we need to find the x-intercepts, which means we need to let y be 0. So if you're going to let y be 0, then it's very clear that you're going to get an x-intercept of x equals to 4 or x equals to minus 6. Okay. Now, once you get the x-intercept, now it's time for us to go to the graph. Okay, we can start to sketch out the graph first already. Yeah? So get the x-axis and the y-axis in. Okay, so x is 4, so we mark a 4 here. Minus 6, minus 6 because it's a little bit further away, so I want to see a longer line on the other side. Okay, minus 6. Next, we're going to find a turning point now. Okay, so for the turning point, what we're going to do is now, it's pretty clear that the turning point is right in the middle here, right? It's right in the middle. Okay, right in the middle. But exactly where is this? So the turning point will be just take these two x-intercepts, okay, and average it out. Average means you add together and divide by 2. So x equals to minus 1. Coincidentally, this is also known as the line of symmetry. X equals minus 1. Okay, so this place is x equals to minus 1 here. Now next, you know that there's going to be a point here, the x-intercepts, and there's going to be a U shape. Now, how low is this minimum point, right? How low is this minimum point? What we're going to do is we're going to sub x equals to 1 into the equation, right? I mean, we already have the equation, right? So we can sub minus 1 inside, okay? And if you work it out, you're going to get minus 25, okay? Minus 25. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a longer line. Okay, we're going to mark at minus 25. Okay, right. Now, so we are already at number 3. Last one is to find the y-intercept. Now, for the y-intercept, I suggest you don't mark the y-intercept first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change color, red color. I'm going to draw the curve. Okay, I'm going to draw the curve as best as I can. And then I'm going to go up. Uh-oh, a little bit not okay, but it's okay. I think we can simply just, sometimes it's not okay. We can simply just change the line. Oops, something wrong with this. Okay. Then we can change this to 4. Okay. So that's how you draw this graph, right? Now, what about the y-intercept? Now, the y-intercept, what you will do is you will let x be 0, right? So y equals to 0 minus 4 and 0 plus 6. Answer is minus 24. Okay, so over here, you will mark this place and call it minus 24. Okay, all done. Now, next question, the completed square format. Now, for the completed square format, same thing applies. You need to know whether is it a U-shaped or N-shaped graph. So in this case, this is a U-shaped graph and the turning point. Now, the turning point can be read from the completed square. That is one of the reasons why we complete the square. So what you will do is you will let x minus 3 be 0. Let this thing inside the bracket be 0 and you get x equals to 3. What is the turning point? Now the turning point is simply just 3 and then take this value, the minus 5, take down. Okay, that's it. You already got a turning point. Okay. Now next, what we are going to do is we're now going to start to sketch the graph now. Okay, so we have a 3 minus 5. So let me write down 3 minus 5, 1 here. Okay, so we already got, we're already at number 2 already. Yeah. Next, why do I need to find the y-intercept? Now, there is a very obvious reason here. Now, we cannot simply just draw the graph. Some people will say, okay, never mind. I will just draw the graph like this. Now, to you, that might sound logical. But someone will say, how do you know this graph is like that? Why can't it be like this? Why can't it be like this? Because it's going to make a huge difference, you know. Does the left curve cuts the positive x-axis here or does it cut it here? We don't know, right? We don't really know. So what you need to do is you need to find step number 3. Okay, so we are going to go to step number 3 now. So let me just erase these two graphs and check for ourselves. So the y-intercept means we let x be 0. Okay, so we're going to let x be 0. Okay, so we get 9 minus 5. Okay, that is a 4. Okay, so this means the y-intercept will be 4, which means the graph will have to pass through the 4 at the y-intercept. Okay, so from here, it's crystal clear that this is the way the graph looks and not the other one. Just now the green one I drew is incorrect. Okay, remember the other one I said must pass through the negative part of the x-axis. That is not correct. Based on the fact that we found number 3 here. We found part 3 here. The y-intercept is very important here. Now next, what about the x-intercepts? Now normally you need to read the question. Do they require the x-intercept? If they don't require you to draw the x-intercept, don't need to find x-intercept. But if they want you to find the x-intercepts, okay, then you just go and find the x-intercept, which will be, so let the y be 0. You can go and solve this. You can move the minus 5 over to give it a plus 5. And subsequently, we're going to make x the subject. And we can square root both sides now. We can square root both sides. And then we can go and press the numbers. Okay, so let me just press the number. Okay, hold on. Square root 5 plus 3. We got 5.24 and 0.764. Okay, so let me mark down 5.24 here and 0.764. Okay, that's it. End of this question. Right? So this kind of question will always come out and it's most probably about 2 marks. Sometimes can go up to 3. Right? So make sure you secure this mark. Okay? Bye.